What's good with y'all niggas? We back with another video and shit. Today we're going back with the 40 Laws of Power. I try and do trying to finish the series this week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get straight into it. Law number 31. What does it say? What does the book say you should do? It says make your enemies act with the cards you set them. Right? Um this is more like it's a very powerful point where it's more of like if you combine this law with the 33 strategies of war, you have like an unlimited power. Like what does the point say though? It says when you make your enemies act with the cards you set them, they will not resent you as much as they themselves were the ones that caused their own misfortune. You know what I'm saying? So like let's look at it like this. Because like the book has multiple strategies, multiple ways to do this, which I might be explaining. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into it, right? You need to understand that like when you do this, you have to understand that like for example, people wanna believe that they chose what they got to them. You know what I'm saying? So like if for example you force someone to doing something that they don't love, they'll be consciously thinking about the fact that they were controlled, the fact that they were manipulated. But then if you give them options, which are all bad, they'll just pick the best or worst, which in your case is still went in your books. And yet they'll be okay, it's like it's better. I picked this. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's see the common forms of controlling the options, right? Okay, it's first one is color the choices. This is one is basically like you have like multiple things you can do you have multiple choices to choose from, and then you want to advise the person to pick one. So you will paint the other ones that you don't want the guy to pick in a bad way, the way that will make it look unappealing, and then you paint the one that you want in the best light that you can possibly can. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then that's color the choices, right? And then there's foster resistance. Foster resistance. Um, okay, this is when it says foster resistance, more like what dealing with children, almost almost in that case, like whereby you let's say you want your kid to eat your vegetables, right? But you know he will want to do the opposite of what you would say. So you say, okay, cool. Tell him to eat the junk food. Let's see what he does. Right? Naturally, now people are smart. Now they will just do what you told them to do. They'll only for what you wanna do when it benefits them, and do the opposite when it doesn't benefit them. So I don't naturally recommend this one. I don't recommend it. But like if you feel like the kid there's someone that can do this who likes to do opposite of what authority says, make them do what you want by giving the opposite of what you're advocating. And then the next one is alter the playing field. Well, this one is more of like doing the thing indirectly. Like for example, like there's a story of John Roosevelt who in America he had the oil monopoly. He wanted to create an oil monopoly. And the thing is, if he did it directly by buying out the other small oil companies, um, people would end up resisting him because like they know what he's trying to do. But yeah, you could have done that. That's what most people would do. But there's another way of doing that. You can do it indirectly. Like in this case, what he did was like he bought the railway companies that transported the oil. You see what I'm saying? That transported the oil. So with that being said, when you now came to now buy out the oil companies, they couldn't do anything because if they refused, that means because like he had owned all the railway transportations of oil companies. So if they rejected this, they couldn't transport the oil that they were drilling out. So with that being said, the oil is just sitting there, wasting. It's just a waste of resources now. You either close or you get some money out of it, and that's what um, John Roosevelt did. But what I meant by um altering the playing field, right? Let me look quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. So that was what alter the playing field. You alter the playing field. Uh, alter the playing field. Color the options. Color the choices. Yeah. So after this one, you have what is it now? Yeah, the shrinking options, and this one is mostly what deals with sales, whereby like that the people there are very undecisive. They're undecisive. So like for example, this is a story whereby like a very good artist or a dealer, he would hang like the best quality, right? First best quality pictures at on his stand, right? And then the people would come to inspect it. You know what I'm saying? They would inspect it. He talked like I believe he talked with the sense of it being basic. I believe you yeah like make them basic. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't mention a price, of course, right? Because if you mention the price now, that's when the this thing would have this tactic would have flown out the window. But like now, reality is setting in. So yeah, you would hang them right, the best quality. Customers were obviously undecisive, so they went back. But when they came back, they would find out those pictures that they saw before were gone, and there was a lower quality. And so this process continued for the next few days, like where they would leave, come back with the less quality, leave, they would find less quality until they realized this and they said, not let's buy this one, let's just buy it without actually thinking about the consequences. And that's how you can do it. Of course, you can apply it in different ways, like I don't know, like you could do it like with another selling type, like food. You could have like your burgers, you know what I'm saying? Your burgers and chips and drink, you know. And then after that, you get chips or drink. Next day will be chips and drink, and then the next day will be just drink. Or next day will be just be chips, and then next day will just be drink. You see what I'm saying? Then next is the weak man on precipice. On the precipice. Yeah. With this one, it's more like color the choices, but like with this one, the only difference is that you have to be a bit more aggressive. You just gotta be aggressive. You don't maneuver your way. With color the choices, you can maneuver your way. You paint the picture of which one you want them to pick. But then with this one, you just be aggressive. Say, this is the one that you need to do because of this and that. These ones won't do shit because of this and that. Right. And then the brothers in crime. This one is basically when you wanna do something that's somewhat like criminal like, and then the one that you want, the people that were involved. I could personally tell people that the most powerful people can obviously do some shit. So to get them to keep quiet, you get them involved. So once they're involved, if they try to do some things, they're also involved. So which will harm their reputation, lose their power, and that's what will buy you their silence. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, and then lastly, the horns of the llama. This is basically when you have like two options, like two beds, and they have to just pick one, like that in checkmate. Like you know what I'm saying? If they move here, like think of it like for example, if you get money, I take it. You know what I'm saying? But then, right, if you get money, like think of it like this. I'm your older brother, you're my younger brother. If you get money, if you earn money, I'm gonna take it from you. But then at the same time, you don't wanna be broke. So which one do you pick? Two beds. Which one is the worst? Which one is the best of them? Right? You just being broke, right? So now you see what you see. You see what I'm saying? And those are good tactics you could use. And now, lastly, before I leave this one, you have to understand that not only limiting your enemy's choices, but also limiting yours. So you have to make sure that the choices that you are left with can actually allow you to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? You need to maneuver. Um, and yeah, that's it, right? And yeah, that's really it. Don't forget to like, comment below, subscribe. Holla back at your boy. Always apply this shit and never fucking stop grinding.